you know, what a woman says and how they respond are two entirely different things. There are specific hardwired signals that you are evolutionarily calibrated to demonstrate when there is a man of high value in proximity to you. They are touching of the hair. Subconscious, thank you.
That's not evolutionary.
They are, it is, it's hardwired.
No.
It is, if they scratch here,
like,
no.
No.
Okay. No.
Nowadays it's hair.
Again, what a woman says and how they respond are two different things. I could be wrong, you know, who knows? I did speak about the science of social dynamics at MIT, but I could be wrong. So another one of them is scratching here, and even scratching here.
Wait, why here?
Isn't that weird? It comes from ape days. If you can demonstrate that you need to be groomed, and there is a male 5 to 8 feet, yeah, it's a hardwired. What will happen is you'll actually get itchy.
Well,
and
I'm going to watch out for that.
You should watch out for that. But of course, if you're attracted to the man, you're going to want to scratch anyway, right? And it's old school. It's really old school. Does that mean I'm going to go over there and scratch her and start picking the lice off her, out of her hair? No, but there is a sequence of events that take place. Here's how it works. Man goes into a public gathering by himself or with a couple buddies. Does he grab drinks with his buddies, walk around the room with his buddies, look at the dance floor for a little bit with his buddies, and then finally get back to the main base where he's going to lock in for a little bit? He's already wrecked the entire room because he doesn't have social proof. He isn't pre-selected by women. He's not conveying that he's the leader of men. And the problem with that is he already has lower value now. Instead, what he should do is when he goes into the public gathering, first sit on the left, open up a couple, a group with a couple girls in it, and after 3 minutes, you have to open, you have to build attraction. That's through systematic demonstrations of higher value, and the value attraction switches are just pre-selected by other women, leader of men, protector of loved ones, and the willingness to emote. So they're not faking their smile the whole time. No, they can get pissed off at shit if someone steps on their toe, if someone spills their drink, and you realize, okay, his emotional circuitry is normal, right? If he can systematically demonstrate those 4 key qualities, then you will feel attraction for him. Attraction is not a choice. That's what those are the 4 key demonstrations that a man must do. So how can he establish that when he goes into a public gathering? First set on the left, open up a 2-set. A 2-set is a group of 2 girls. Get them on your arms and say, come on, let's go make some friends. They'd be very willing to do that. Now you open up the next set. Let's say there's 2 guys in it and your target, the beautiful girl. Now that you have women with you, you come pre-selected, so that's one of the attraction switches already being triggered in her mind. Also, you're disqualifying yourself from being considered a potential suitor to her because you got 2 girls in your arms already, so the 2 guys that are with her don't feel threatened by your approach, right? And they too feel that you must have value. You've already got 2 girls in your arms. Now, of course, you can then pawn off this girl to occupy that guy, pawn off this girl to occupy that guy, and you get the queen. That's social dynamics.
Well, that's sneaky, dude.
In a nutshell.
In a sense it is.
Social dynamics.
Is it sneaky? Men naturally do this all the time. If I come to a public gathering with women with me, doesn't mean I'm going to have sex with them just because they want to have sex with me. Men of real value say no much more than they say yes. They have to. There are women out there that have sex a lot, right? Well, there are also women out there that could have sex, but they say no more than they say yes. I personally believe that is quite a quality woman, right? Yes, they're beauty, but beauty is really common. Especially in San Diego. I lived in Hollywood for 7, 8 years on and off. Beauty's very common. Hell, I dated a supermodel. I dated some people you may know. It's secondary, It's the personality that shines through that's really important. What's really rare is a great outlook, a great personality, a great energy, You got 2 out of 3. It's a good start.
What's the third one we don't know?
My mother told me not to be rude to strangers.
I thought we weren't strangers.
I don't know you from a hole in the wall.
Yeah?
Nope.
I thought we were supposed to be like that right now.
Here's a hole in the wall. Here's you. Same thing. But I am curious. I leave it at that. That's all you get.
Okay.
If there's a way for a guy to demonstrate that he has value for a woman, it would be much better if he were to demonstrate it live than try to brag and tell the girl about it, right? So one way of doing that is by embedding your bragging spikes, or rather those 4 demonstrations of higher value, that you're pre-selected by women, that you're the leader of men, that you are the protector of your loved ones, your family, your friends, right? And finally, that you have a willingness to emote. If you can systematically convey those 4 key traits. Now, let's say you can't do it live. You know, you don't have women with you at first. You could at least embed that into the stories that you're telling. Now, you don't want to say it directly to your target, because if you do, it'll feel like bragging from her perspective, right? So what you do instead is you throw what we call a neg. A neg is a statement or action one makes to briefly disqualify oneself from being considered a potential suitor. And by the man throwing that out first, the men will be disarmed knowing you're not after their friend, and the woman will be disarmed knowing that this guy isn't after me, which may actually feel a little weird to some women who get hit on quite a lot. You know? What does he have? And curiosity is then planted. That's a good start.
And that's true. It's happened a lot.
Challenge makes for a good date.
You want what you can't have.
And that is the reason why when a woman gives you IOIs, IOIs mean indicators of interest. If she gives you an indicator of interest, either one of the
Wait, what are the indicators then?
well, the subconscious ones are this one, this one, this one, the hair touch, right?
I've done it like 4 times now.
I know.
We're like, yeah.
I'm well aware. Thank you. There are indicators of interest.